Hello friends, today we are going to have a series lecture as we have been said previous that part 1 previously we have been discussing about the gram staining. That was the part 1 and this is the part 2. In the part 1 we have been seeing that history of the gram stain and what are the reagents and requirements of the gram staining and how the reagents has been prepared. In the part 2 we are going to be see the principle of the gram staining as well as the procedure of the gram staining and list of some microorganism, that is gram positive microorganism and gram negative microorganisms. As we have been said that previously, the gram staining is a procedure which will going to differentiate between the gram positive bacteria and the gram negative bacteria. The differentiation is due to their cell wall. So first we will understand the concept of cell wall, then you can able to understand the impact of the total whole staining on the cell wall. It is easy to understand. So first we will differentiate between the gram positive and negative bacteria. First we will see the similarity, the other one we can go for the differentiation. As I am saying to you, whatever the part which is necessary in the cell wall to the gram staining, I am discussing that. It doesn't mean that I am covering up all the bacterial cell wall, only I am highlighting those points which is important for the gram staining. As I am saying to you that there are certain also parts are there which is present, but whatever the things which is necessary and is important for the gram staining, that I am covering up in this. So first we will see the similarity between the gram positive cell wall and the gram negative cell wall. First one, the similar thing which is present in the gram positive cell wall as well as in the gram negative cell wall is the cytoplasmic membrane. Cytoplasmic membrane, it is a membrane which is going to be present as well as in the gram positive cell wall and as well as in the gram negative cell wall. The second layer is the peptidoglycan layer. Now it is the thing you should be focus over here, the peptidoglycan layer. The peptidoglycan layer in the gram positive cell wall, it is going to be present in the dense or else you can say a thick, whereas the gram negative bacteria cell wall, it is going to be present in the thin quantity. In the gram positive, the peptidoglycan layer, it is going to be present in the thick quantity and it is going to be present in the gram negative in the thin quantity. The first differentiation you can see over here, and these gram positive and these peptidoglycan layer is cross linked by the peptide bond. Remember my dear, in the gram positive bacteria, it is going to be have a tough cross peptide bond, whereas in the gram negative bacteria, it is going to be have a loose cross peptide bond. The other feature in the gram negative bacteria is the outer membrane. Yes, I know that outer membrane is again going to be have a different part, but I am not discussing over here in order not to get confused you guys. Whatever the thing which is important for the gram staining, I am discussing about that. So as we have been said that the gram staining is a 4-step procedure. First one which is going to be used is the crystal violet, second one is the gram iodine, third one is the decolorizer, fourth one is the safranin. So we will start up with the procedure. Parallelly we are going to see how the stain is going to be act on the cell wall. So whenever you are making the smear, I have taken a slide. On this slide I am taking only the 4 microorganisms. It doesn't mean that the slide is going to be always going to be have the 4 microorganism. In order to understand, make you understand you guys, I am taking only the 4 microorganisms. First, what the things we are going to do, first you are going to heat fix the slide. Now heat fixing is generally done by the Bunsen blade framer. You can hold the slide and you can just pass it down the slide without burning the slide. That is known as an heat fixation. That means you are fixing the slide material with the heat. After that, the second thing what you are going to do, you are going to take the slide to the crystal violet jar, and you are making to dip that. In the crystal violet, you have to either you're pouring the stain on the slide, or else you're dipping the slide into the container. It doesn't mean, but you have to wait for 60 seconds. After completing the 60 seconds, you have to rinse the slide with the running tap water. Now, what is going to be happening over here is, this is your slide. So again, the microorganisms, as we have been taken 4 microorganisms. In that, the fourth microorganism, unrespectively related to the gram positive or gram negative bacteria, they are going to obtain a blue color after rinsing under the running tap water. Now you are going to take the slide for the another level, that is a grams iodine. Grams iodine. We have been given a complete lecture on the series 1 how the grams iodine has been prepared. In the grams iodine, again it is going to last for 60 seconds. Then after coming out from the grams iodine, the slide again undergone into the rinsing under the water tap. That is going to be there is no change of the color. That simple means they are going to be having the purple color, irrespective it is related to the gram positive or else related to the gram negative. Then after coming from that, the another step is decolorizer. Decolorizer is generally going to be done with the help of 95% ethanol. I am writing just decolorizer. There are a lot of decolorizers are there which is marketly available in the market. So it is going to be lasting for few seconds. Now it is the thing, you should be very careful. You should not exceed the timing into the decolorizer, and it may de-stain the slide. So again you are going to be rinse the slide under the running tap water. So what will happen over here is the gram positive bacteria, it's going to be retain the color violet or else blue, whereas gram negative bacteria, it's going to be colorless. Gram positive bacteria is going to take the violet color, gram negative bacteria, it's going to be colorless. For this purpose, I am making you over here stop, and I am making you to concept to understand what is actually happening over here, that it is taking the color violet and it is becoming a colorless. As we have been said that from the crystal violet, grams iodine, both the bacteria has been taken up the color violet, but what is happening over here that gram positive bacteria is taking the violet color and it is losing its color. The actually concept is that whenever you are dipping the slide into the crystal violet, the crystal violet goes and deposit into the peptidoglycan layer of the bacteria, irrespective whether it's related to the gram positive or else gram negative. Now you are taking